Hey guys, welcome back to Debacle's channel. Gervonta Davis and Eddie Hearn. Oh boy, those two were like oil and water, never quite seeing eye to eye. Whether they were feuding over the failed Conor Benn fight or caught up in the PED drama with Ryan Garcia. What happened between them now? Well, here is the scoop on my first King Ry Garcia's whole world shock. The Voluntary Anti-Doping Association revealed that Garcia has tested positive for two banned substances, Ostarine and trace amounts of 19-norandrosterone. While Garcia was cleared of the second substance, the first one continued to trouble him. Unexpectedly, when the news broke, Davis was the first one who voiced his support for his former rival. However, this did not seem to sit well with Haney's promoter Eddie Hearn, so he spoke about it in an interview with Fight Hub TV. Eddie Hearn basically calls the face of boxing an idiot, speaking to a bunch of reporters before the Jordanis vs. Cody Crowley press conference. Eddie Hearn absolutely lost it talking about Ryan Garcia's adverse findings. However, he seemed even more infuriated when talking about Gervonta Davis' support for Garcia. The head of Matchroom Boxing said, I listened to Gervonta Davis. It's so painful listening to this guy who knows absolutely nothing, right? For someone who knows nothing, Davis has done incredibly in the sport, making millions while entertaining the whole world through his performance. Nevertheless, Hearn highlighted some of Davis' concerns with Garcia's test results. Hearn said, and he is like, yeah, what I want to know is like, how comes they let him fight if he had it in his system? It's like the tests on Friday and Saturday, Hearn said. The English promoter continues, yeah, but why did they get it back within 3 days? In no other testing in the history of other testing has any result come back in 3 days. It takes anywhere between like 10 days, absolute minimum, and sometimes up to 28 days. There is an argument to be made about why the testing process is useless, but Gervonta Davis had pointed something interesting about Hearn, which may show his hypocrisy. Gervonta Davis calls the head of Matchroom a snake in a suit. After the test results first came to light, Hearn quickly hinted that Davis should look to overturn his loss and get the only blemish on his record erased. This seems to have gotten Gervonta Davis extremely upset, who roped in Conor Benn to reveal Hearn's hypocrisy with the World Ryan Garcia PED drama. In an out-deleted tweet, the face of boxing wrote, he is a snake in a suit. Conor Benn tested positive and he was still gonna let him fight. He is a snake, bro, he is bad for business. Yes, I will fight Ben if he is off that shit. No, not on Hearn's show because you can't trust Hearn. Snake in a suit, Davis said. With Eddie Hearn's stinging comments about Gervonta Davis, he seems more irritated about Davis' support compared to Ryan Garcia testing positive. Is it Hearn's way of showing Davis who is the boss, or is it just yet another jab in their long-lasting feud? He is not who they think he is. Gervonta Davis thought on David Haney's performance in the Ryan Garcia fight. After David Haney's brutal loss against Ryan Garcia, Gervonta Davis offered his thoughts on the match and criticized the Dream's performance. Gervonta Davis touched on David Haney's loss to Garcia. Tank believes the Dream underestimated King Ry in their much-anticipated bout and fueled their rivalry even more in the interview. The feud between Gervonta Davis and David Haney got deeper than fans could imagine. Since their major days, both fighters were known to have a spat that ended badly for the Dream. Gervonta Davis criticized David Haney's performance against Ryan Garcia. Garcia faced David Haney for the WBC belt in a 12-round boxing super fight, although the odds were stacked against King Ry, the former manager, to emerge victorious via majority decision win. Since then, fans and fighters alike have criticized Haney for the supposed lackluster performance. One of them is lightweight contender Gervonta Davis, who seems to have a deep-rooted disdain for the Dream. He's seen what I did to the guy and thought that he could do the same thing, said Gervonta Davis, who took home the victory against Garcia in the 7th round with a brutal body shot that hit his opponent to his knees. Devin Haney's accomplishments in boxing are considered to be impeccable, and he is often regarded as a technical fighter in the ring. However, Tank expressed the dream to be an overrated fighter. "He is not who they think he is," said Tank. He also mentioned that the Ryan Garcia fight showed a lot of wrongdoings committed by Haney in the ring. Davis said. With unwavering humility, Ryan Garcia discloses a private thought he had before stepping into the ring with Gervonta. Ryan Garcia exuded his confidence. With each fight he is undertaking, he is made sure he told the world that he is going to win that matchup. However, when he was pitted against Gervonta last year, this wasn't the case. In April 2023, King Ry entered the ring against the counterpart, Tank Davis. That fight was as massive as it could get. Both the fighters were leveled, and the fight could go either way. However, Tank saw the registration clause in the fight contract, ceding his opponent's bigger size. Many boxing aficionados believed that the clause would stop Garcia from winning the fight. Did Garcia also share the same belief? Is Ryan Garcia clairvoyant? In his appearance on the Fresh and Feast After Hours podcast, the 25-year-old fighter was asked if he always knew before he entered the ring that he would win the fight. Well, he doubled down on such an assumption. He also revealed that before the Tank fight, he had doubts about winning the bout. Yeah, for sure, almost every single one of them. The only time I did not think I will win is the time I lost, he admitted to the host of the podcast. In his Las Vegas fight against Tank, Garcia registered his career's first loss and the sole one to date. He was dropped in the second and the seventh round. While he managed to recuperate from the initial knockdown, he failed to get up from the body shot in the seventh round. From what he is stated about his condition before the Tank fight, this revelation does not come as a surprise. He rather signs that he is calm clean about that must have nudged him to doubt his chances of winning against Gervonta. Was it a fight between accused? Garcia's promoter Oscar de la Hoya warned him against accepting the registration clause. Per it, no fighter could put more than 10 pounds between the ceremonial weigh-in and the fight. However, Garcia accepted the clause, and he faced the repercussions for it. Early in a conversation on the Full Send podcast, he explained it. "I did everything I could to try to propel boxing forward, for that shit was boring as fucking anybody was fighting each other, so I took every clause you could think of." In his attempt to push the sport, the fighter took the worst deal he could. He added, "I stepped into the ring with the separated rib, and this is not an excuse, but I was heavily dehydrated, so anything I got touched with affected me in the ring. When I was sparred, I had blisters all over my mouth. I had head flashes at night. I was heavily shaking at night." In the end, a precise shot from Davis to his body dropped him to his knees, causing him to fight. Do you think Ryan Garcia made a wise decision by taking the registration clause? Let us know in the comment section below. Ryan Garcia riddled with controversies. Garcia sums up his feelings for Logan Paul in 5 words. "Still they thought, but it's just shit behavior. Fair play, he won. There are rumors that he allegedly took steroids. Fuck Jake Paul and everything he stands for. He is an absolute that," Garcia said. Thanks for watching, guys. If you like this video, please subscribe to my YouTube channel.